Class of 2022, congratulations. The world needs more Hokies.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. Things probably didn't go quite as you planned for the last couple of years, but I want to thank you for the resilience and determination to get through the last 24 months in great shape, and good luck to you in the future.
Congratulations, class of 2022. You've worked hard, you've played hard, and now take Udaprosum in your heart and go out and change the world. Go Hokies.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. You have persevered through so many different challenges. I'm very proud of your accomplishments, but there is still so much work to do. Go take on the world. Go Hokies.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. Your hard work has paid off. We're excited to send you on to the next part of your journey. Congratulations and go Hokies.
Class of 2022, congratulations, you did it. Go Hokies.
I hope you're ready for this big day, and I congratulate you for all that you've accomplished at Tech. And I know you're looking forward to the next portion of your life. I just hope that you had as much fun here as I did. Go Hokies.
Class of 2022, congratulations. We are so proud of you. You have made it. You have arrived. Go Hokies.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. I am so impressed by your accomplishments, and I can't wait to see the impact you have on the world.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Your resiliency, your leadership has really inspired me. I wish you the best of luck as you proceed in your careers or further education. And go Hokies.
Congratulations, Kinsley.
We're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Emily Sellards.
Congratulations, class of 2022.
Woo!
Congratulations. We love you.
Sarah, we are so proud of you. Go Hokies.
Congrats, class of 2022. Go Julie.
Hey, Dara. Congratulations. We're so proud of you. We love you.
Congratulations, Brian Stephen, on your second degree from Tech.
You've done an amazing job. We couldn't be prouder.
Hi, Jake.
We're so proud of your accomplishments.
Congratulations
on your graduation.
Super proud.
Hats off to Riley Wilson and all the other mining engineers.
Congratulations, Nisi Poo, from all the Brigmans. We love you.
Congratulations, Matthew.
We're so proud of you. Go Hokies.
Congratulations, Emily Sellards, class of 2022, Aerospace Engineering.
Congrats, Emily. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations again.
We love you, Em.
We love you, Em.
We're so proud of you. And we love you, Emily.
Love you so much, dear.
Hi, Andrew. We just want to let you know how very proud we are of you. We know you've worked so hard these last 4 years, and we can't believe your graduation is already here.
Go Hokies.
Congratulations, Matthew. You've come a long way, so enjoy your graduation. Go Hokies.
From the moment you stepped onto Virginia Tech's campus, you knew you were home. We are extremely proud of all you've accomplished and the well-rounded, intelligent man you are. Congratulations and lots of love from your entire family.
Congratulations, Katie. We're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see all the wonderful things that you will accomplish.
Congratulations, Virginia Tech class of 2022. Go Hokies!
Go Hokies!
Congratulations, Morgan. We love you very much.
Congratulations, Chris. We're proud of you.
Hi, Daddy. We love you.
Congrats, Jake. We're really proud of you.
Congratulations. Love you.
Happy graduation.
Congratulations, Matthew.
Best wishes on all your future endeavors.
Congratulations, Michaela.
Congratulations, baby girl. Love you.
Aislinn, we are so proud.
Can't wait to see where life takes you next.
Congratulations.
Go Hokies!
Graduates, please rise. Everyone, please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Jillian Donahue.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Julie Ross, and I have the great honor to serve as the Paul and Dorothea Torgerson Dean of Engineering for Virginia Tech. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the college, I welcome all of you to today's commencement ceremony. This is a very special day for our graduates, a day that marks the completion of an undergraduate experience and the beginning of next steps in the world. Parents, family, friends, will you please join me in a round of applause for our new graduates? Congratulations, Hokies, you earned that applause. Not only are your family and friends proud of you, but so are the faculty and staff of this college. We know how hard you've worked to achieve this important milestone, and also that you've done so through unprecedented circumstances. And truth be told, a few of us are a little envious of you right now. We know you're leaving Lane Stadium today with one of the nation's most sought-after degrees, and that wonderful opportunities await you. We hope you'll make the most of it. Every year at commencement, it's one of our traditions to honor a distinguished graduate from the College of Engineering. Since the inception of the Distinguished Alumni Award in 1978, we have honored 42 alumni, all with exemplary careers in business, government, or education. Each of our prior honorees has also devoted time to Virginia Tech, and their lives exemplify the spirit of Ut Prosim. It is my great honor and pleasure to present the 2022 Distinguished Alumni Award to Mehul Singhani. Mehul, will you please stand and be recognized? Mehul graduated from Virginia Tech with bachelor's degrees in industrial and systems engineering as well as psychology. He's the founder and CEO of Octo, a technology and consulting firm that uses emerging technologies to solve the federal government's most challenging problems. Mehul is a Blacksburg, Virginia native who immigrated with his family to the United States from India in 1979 when he was only 3 years old. As owners of a small motel here in town, his parents instilled in him a fierce work ethic and appreciation for opportunity. He took a leap of faith to found Octo at the age of 30 with encouragement from his family and others, and since then, the company has seen tremendous success under his leadership. Octo is frequently recognized as one of the fastest growing businesses and top workplaces, not only in Virginia, but across the nation. Mehul's dedication and hard work has provided him with the opportunity to impact many others through philanthropy and volunteer service. He and wife Hema Singhani, also a Virginia Tech graduate, have made historic donations to their alma mater to establish the Market of Virginia Tech and the Singhani Center for Artificial Intelligence and Data Analytics, as well as the Singhani Player Lounge right next to Lane Stadium. Mehul also serves on the Virginia Tech Board of Visitors, the university's governing authority. Thank you, Mehul, for your contributions to your field and your alma mater. I invite you to say a few words to our graduates.
Well, you guys have worked far too long and far too hard to let a little rain ruin today, right? You guys are fired up. Well, this is amazing, standing here in Lane Stadium on graduation day. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping that they could play a little Enter Sandman for my walk-up song, but I'll save the jumping for the end of my speech. Well, thank you again, Dean Ross, and thank you, Virginia Tech Class of 2022. That has a really nice ring to it, doesn't it? Good afternoon, and congratulations to the graduates of the Virginia Tech Class of 2022, folks. You made it here. It's here. It's finally graduation day. I think that in and of itself deserves a round of applause. All right? So, after watching the Oscars this year, I requested and was granted additional security for my speech today. So if any of you are thinking about bum rushing this stage today and slapping me, think twice. Dean Ross is ready to step up and take care of me, and she's ready for all that smoke. All right? If you can't tell already, I am fired up for you guys and the chance to speak to you today. I know that today is the culmination of what has been a very long and tenuous journey for you all. Lots of sleepless nights, drinking coffee, constantly pushing yourself to pursue your goal, the stress that comes with taking finals, completing those drawings, finishing presentations, and writing all those papers. Many of you have had to do all of this while juggling internships or work commitments to put yourself through school, which is on its own remarkable and noteworthy. I have to acknowledge, however, how shocked I was to receive the invitation to speak at today's commencement. While I'm a very proud Hokie graduate, and as the dean indicated, I'm fortunate to have a couple undergraduate degrees from this fine institution, quite honestly, I'm embarrassed to say that my collegiate legacy was more notable for things like helping my dorm mates push an entire vending machine off the 4th floor of my dorm my freshman year, streaking buck naked across the drill field my sophomore year to win a bet, and being escorted out of several bars my junior year to what I will only refer to as highly controversial age disputes. So one can imagine my surprise that they would choose to extend me an invitation to serve as a commencement speaker to such an esteemed group of graduates. Now that I've made that Oscar joke and divulged some of my personal collegiate history, I guess I can probably rest assured this will be my very last such invitation. Look, it has been a very long time since I had the privilege of attending a commencement like today. In fact, the last one I attended was my own graduation in the spring of 1998, nearly 24 years to the day. I can honestly say that I only remember a couple things from that day. I remember the raging hangover I had from staying out too late celebrating the night before. I remember I had a girlfriend at the time who happens to be my wife and the mother of my children. Love you, sweetheart. Shout out to you, she's here today. As Coach Beamer would say, I outkicked my coverage. But the one thing I could not tell you if my life depended on it was who exactly the commencement speaker was that day. So I promise I won't hold it against any of you if you don't remember much of anything from my speech today. But my personal challenge, however, is ensure that doesn't happen and ensure you do take away a few fleeting but impressionable moments from my candid conversation with you all. I want to begin by telling you all what a special place Virginia Tech is for me. I love this school. I'm actually a town native of Blacksburg, Virginia. I spent my formative years growing up in the town of Blacksburg, so Blacksburg is truly home for me. The school and the community has shaped so much of who I am today. I went on my first dates growing up in Blacksburg. I learned how to drive a car here when I went to school. I went to school at Virginia Tech after graduating from Blacksburg High School. I met my wife at Virginia Tech. Almost all of my closest friends are tied to my time here at Virginia Tech. My children, Cameron and Sienna, are here today, 12 and 10. I love you guys, and you guys may not want to hear this, but you guys are only here today because your mom and I met in Blacksburg. So the truth is, though, that just about everything good in my life I can trace back to my time at Virginia Tech and my time in Blacksburg. It is clear that my personal roots and ties to this school run very deep. In a lot of ways, Blacksburg and eventually my time at Virginia Tech, it has shaped how I see the world. And I can only hope that once the afterglow of today's graduation wears off for you all, that tie, the emotional bond, and the overall connection you presumably have to this school will remain indelible to you, that it sticks with you in much the same way that it has for me. For someone with these kinds of deep-seated roots to Virginia Tech, one of the greatest honors of my life, perhaps only second to today's invitation to speak to you all, was the invitation I received 8 years ago. I received a phone call from the then governor of Virginia asking me if I would serve on Virginia Tech's Board of Visitors, its Board of Trustees. Serving on the Virginia Tech Board, being a part of the Virginia Tech's governance and leadership oversight, has provided me an even stronger appreciation for my alma mater. More importantly, it's given me a strong purview and an even greater understanding and appreciation for higher education and its role in our society. Before I go into my quick speech, I do want to take an opportunity to take just a moment to quickly talk about that. Make no mistake, higher education in our country is at an important crossroads. It used to be that as a society, higher education was seen as part of a common good. It was a down payment, an investment that we were willing to make with our own tax dollars to serve that common good in the form of highly skilled labor to drive highly skilled jobs that would not only serve the needs of our communities, but serve as economic drivers in the years to come. To me, this is an apolitical issue. Whether there's a Democrat or a Republican in the state governor's mansion across the country, funding for public higher education is the lowest it has ever been. So what that really means is that we as a society have determined that we are no longer willing to invest in higher education the way we did before, that this notion of higher education for the common good has been diminished. Colleges are having to adapt to this new reality, and what is now, or what will be very shortly, your alma mater is no different. I want to make a personal challenge or plea to you all today. I would offer that it is incumbent upon you, to us, as a generation that has benefited from our higher education, to change that narrative. I would humbly ask you guys to do two things. One, I ask that you do your part to extol and promote the virtues of higher education and the role that it serves in our society. Be a champion of the role higher education plays in promoting the common good, the public good. At the end of the day, they say a budget, anyone's budget, whether it's your personal budget you make for yourself at home or a state government's annual budget, even the federal budget, all that a budget truly is simply just a blueprint of your priorities. A blueprint of priorities, and I would offer that there are very few investments that offer the return on our dollars that higher education provides. Number two, I'd ask that you would give back in whatever small ways you can to your universities, preferably what is now going to be your alma mater. That you embrace our motto of ut prosum. This trend of state funding decreases for our public universities will only continue, and universities have to rely more heavily on philanthropic business models to maintain the same standards they've had for previous generations. In the years to come, you will have ample opportunity to look back on your time at Virginia Tech and reflect, and make a truly objective assessment of the role that higher education has played in who you are, and how you see the world, and what you've become as a person. I hope that you have the same raw emotion for your school that I do, and I hope that you'll give back in whatever way you can. Colleges need it, your alma mater will need it. Now that I've completed my infomercial for Virginia Tech, listen, I have to say it's not lost on me the irony of me making this pitch for higher education on the same day that many of you parents are finally free of having to pay money to this frickin' school. But make that pitch I did, right? So I want to proceed to the more familiar part of the commencement speech, the part where the speaker tries to impart some pearls of wisdom. I can't necessarily say that I have pearls of wisdom per se, as much as I can honestly say that I have many scars and bruises from the many mistakes I've made. I know there are a lot of moms here today. My mom isn't here physically today, but she can attest to the fact that she's laid a few whoopings on me for some of the mistakes I've made when I was younger. I'm sure that all the mothers here today can relate to that. I do, however, want to just offer 3 quick personal stories of personal perspective for you. Just 3 stories, and that's it. 3 themes that have served well in my life. The first story I want to share with you is about opportunity, but more importantly, having the right perspective on the opportunities that we have and that you all have in front of you. So perhaps more aptly, this is a story about both opportunity and perspective. I'll quickly tell you a little bit about myself. My family immigrated here from India in 1979. It's become cliched almost to hear about stories like mine. My family came here to the United States when I was just 3. Both of my parents were college educated in India. My dad was actually an engineer, but they came here with nothing in their pockets. The degrees back home didn't buy them much when they arrived here, though. They worked whatever jobs they could to survive. My mom worked late nights at McDonald's. My dad worked jobs at 7-Eleven. My mom worked at a shirt factory growing up. But these are the struggles to advance opportunity. A story and a struggle that is no different than many of the ones the families in this stadium have had to navigate and conquer to get to this moment here today, right now. All of the folks in this room have been given a tremendous opportunity, and the perspective on that opportunity shouldn't be lost or understated. I think about how different my own life would have been if my family had decided to remain in India. Would I be afforded the same opportunities I've been blessed with here? Would I be standing in front of you right here, right now, afforded the invitation to give a commencement speech to you all on graduation day? I'll quickly paraphrase a former president here. My advice, and I don't say this sadly, is for you all to realize that it doesn't take long to live a life. And the fuller it is, the faster it goes. All of us are part of a relatively recent phenomenon in human history. You all, we have the freedom to choose to do whatever we want with our waking hours. Most of the people who've ever lived before us several hundred years ago likely never had that choice. If you happen to be born during the Middle Ages, odds are you couldn't just wake up and have a spa day or be living your best life. That's why you're here. You have the ability and the unique privilege of being born right here, right now, in this time, to make the unique choices with your life, with all the opportunities you've been given. I don't think you should ever lose perspective on those opportunities. Never disempower yourself. Follow your heart and your head, and don't disempower yourself from the opportunities you have. The second story I want to share with you all is about sacrifice. I talked a little bit about my parents and some of the jobs they worked when I was younger. The pursuit of something better for me, my sister, eventually led them to start their own business. They ended up borrowing money from family and friends and put a down payment on a business, a very small motel they bought right here in Blacksburg, just down the road from where I'm standing today, called the Red Carpet Inn. Anyone who's been to Blacksburg and driven by that motel or stayed there can attest to the fact that this place honestly doesn't have a lot of red carpets. No, this place was not the Ritz. The truth was, this place is far from a Holiday Inn, but it was my parents' business. My family, my mom, my dad, my sister, and I moved out of our house in our residential neighborhood and moved into a tiny 2-bedroom apartment located directly above the check-in lobby of that motel. There was no staff at that motel. We were it. Someone greeted my family, or someone in my family greeted you at registration. We cleaned the rooms, we scrubbed the toilets, we made the beds, we vacuumed the carpets, we did the laundry. It was the epitome of a mom and pop operation. Here's another embarrassing truth I'll confide in you all today. I hated that motel growing up. I resented the fact that I had to move out of my normal neighborhood with my friends and had to move into a tiny apartment in what I considered a rundown motel. I hated the fact that our phone rang quite literally all the time. Imagine growing up with your phone ringing all night, guests needing help, or folks calling to be transferred to guests staying at the motel. It was a 24/7, 365-day-a-year operation. There aren't any holidays, weekends, or days off in that business. I'm embarrassed to say that I hated it, though. I hated having to explain to the girls I was trying to date that called my house that I lived in a motel. I hated the fact that while most teenagers spent their weekends doing teenage things, I spent my weekends cleaning motel rooms. I resented not having a normal adolescent. Make no mistake, I resented the property as a teenager, and when the time came to graduate high school and go to college, I couldn't wait to get as far away from that motel as I possibly could. After high school, I applied to colleges far and wide and had my heart set on going as far away as possible to college in the Bay Area at the University of California, Berkeley. I only reluctantly agreed to go to school at Virginia Tech because my parents couldn't afford the tuition at UC Berkeley, and only after my parents reluctantly agreed to let me live like a normal student in a dorm on campus instead of at home, in that motel with them. I would finally have the chance of being a normal college student. In return, however, my parents and my father demanded that I major in engineering. Like many college students, especially freshman engineering students, I really struggled. The engineering curriculum was intense and overwhelming. My second semester statics course was especially a struggle. I failed an exam, many exams, for the first time in my life. I wasn't sure if the curriculum really was for me, and I found the classes ridiculously boring and pointless. I made up my mind that I was going to give it up. One weekend I returned home to see my parents and decided it was finally time for me to tell them what I had concluded on my own that semester, that I'd be quitting engineering and that I'd be switching majors. I sat down with my father after dinner and went through the talk. I had rehearsed several times in my head to convey the message that I wanted to quit engineering. At the end of the talk, my father sat there, silent for what seemed like the longest 2 or 3 minutes of my life. He then asked me if we needed to go to the hospital. The hospital. Why, I asked. Because that's the only place they will be able to surgically remove my foot from your behind. After he was done threatening my life, he looked straight in my eye. I will never forget that look. I could tell he was fatigued from being up all night the night before tending to guests. He didn't yell, but with a clenched jaw proceeded to talk to me. Everything your mother and I have done, coming here from India with nothing, cleaning rooms in this motel, staying up all ends of the night to deal with guests, we have given up who we are. We have given up everything we are for just the hope of what you might become. So you're going to sit here and tell me that you want to quit, that this is too hard, that you're not really interested. Son, it is clear to me that you don't understand the privilege of your opportunity. So listen to me closely right now. I do not care. I'm not going to accept this. If you are struggling, you need to show up at that professor's door and beg them for help every day. You need to put in the time to will yourself through this. You don't have the option to quit. Do you understand me? Or shall I warm up the car and shall we proceed to the hospital for that surgery right now? Needless to say, I rethought my decision. I ended up getting a C in that class. It was what I considered a hard C. I ended up staying in engineering, but I can still hear the righteous indignation in my father's voice now. I thought about that voice, that clenched jaw, the resolve in his voice, every time I struggled in college, and it obviously haunts me to this day. The point of that story is that all of the people in this room, you did not get here on your own. The celebration that is today was paid for by the sacrifice of other folks who supported you along the way. You stood on many shoulders. It took a village, and today is a special day for all of you because you can take a moment and reflect on those people who supported you, whose sacrifices made today possible, those people who would not settle for you relinquishing that opportunity, those folks who in many cases sacrificed who they were, their own dreams and aspirations, just so you could be here today. Today is the culmination of all of that sacrifice. I want you all to relish the moment that is today and be grateful for all those sacrifices that made today possible. I know I was grateful I was spared a trip to the ER that day many years ago. My last story is one of regret. After graduating college at Virginia Tech, I got my first job out of school in the Silicon Valley. I finally made it to the Bay Area. For someone that grew up in a small town, I couldn't wait to live in a big city. It was amazingly empowering to have my first job out of school, be in an environment like that with a successful startup software company in the Silicon Valley, and have the freedom of being so far away from home. After a few years out there, the excitement of the Silicon Valley gave way to the opportunity to move back east to marry the love of my life. Just after a few years, I got married and I was given the opportunity to start my own business. A customer I had supported as a consultant for several years via my employer pulled me aside, approached me with an opportunity to work with them directly, and told me they would be happy to serve as my first client if I were to hang out my own shingle with my own business. I wasn't sure that was the right move. I had the support of my employer to break out, but I was dead broke. I was only 30 years old. I had just gotten married. I had the specter of a brand new mortgage staring me in the face. I was scared about making that leap of faith. Starting my own business would involve risk, but I needed $25,000 just to make payroll for the help I would need to support this new customer. $25,000 I didn't have. I went and visited my parents during that time. I told my father about the client who approached me with this opportunity. He sat there silent again and stared at me, again, the same way he did before. This time, however, he reached slowly into his desk and wrote me a check for $25,000. He handed it to me and said, "This is a loan, son. I expect to get paid back in full, or we will be going to the hospital." I stared at the check. He smiled at me. He put his arm on my back, and he said, with his jaw clenched firmly again, "Son, I believe in you. I promise you, you will never look back." My father died a short time after cutting me that check, just a few months after I got done paying him back in full. But he was right. I never did look back. 16 years later, that tiny shingle I hung out, that business I was fortunate to be able to start with the support of that check from my father and just me, I'm proud to say is now a thriving business that employs nearly 1,600 people across every state in this country, has over $500 million in annual revenue, and is one of the largest employers in this state. And I will tell you something else. Those nights I spent cleaning rooms served me well when I had to stay up late making sure all the employees had the equipment they needed, the books were balanced, or that payroll was run on time. Those nights I spent as a teenager greeting customers and hearing about their day, they serve me well when I greet my clients and have to make them feel at ease about their decisions. I stand before you today never having had the benefit of getting an MBA, but that motel I grew up hating and loathing as a teenager, that was my crash course MBA, and I'm incredibly grateful for what it taught me. Despite all of those perceived successes I told you about, the final story was about regrets. I always find it amusing when I hear folks say they don't have regrets. Everyone has the ghost of regrets. They always haunt you. That ghost looms large. I regret that my father isn't here today to see me deliver this speech, but I don't regret the lessons that have been shared. I don't regret the opportunities that have been provided or the sacrifices that have been made. I will end this message with a final message to you all, one that I have ironically borrowed from comedian Steve Harvey, believe it or not. If you want to be successful, here's the one thing you absolutely have to do. You have to jump. There is no way around it. You have to jump. Every person, no matter how they measure success, every successful person has jumped. They have made that leap of faith off of their proverbial cliff. So you've got to make that leap. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to dash and sprint off the cliff, and you have to jump out there as far as you possibly can. Now, a lot of times when you're standing there on the cliff of life and you see people soaring past you, gliding by you like a bird gliding through the air, and you see them vacationing on the beach, you see them on social media taking selfies in exotic places, or having the type of success you'd like to have or aspire to have. You see them giving commencement speeches on YouTube. They are flying by you, they're soaring. Why is that? It's because they have a parachute, which means they took a chance on their gift and their calling. But the only way to get your parachute to open so you can soar is by jumping first. You've got to jump. Now here's the problem, here's the other quick catch, and the other problem, my friends. When you jump, I can assure you one thing, if you're listening. I promise you this, your parachute will not open right away. No, that's the fear that has to be overcome. I promise you that the parachute will not open all the way. Your calling will not show itself right away. You'll hit the side of the cliff. You're going to tear yourself open. You're going to cut yourself. There will be blood. You will be wounded. But eventually that parachute will open and you too will be soaring. And here's the other caveat. Let me tell you this, and it's a promise. If you don't jump, I promise you that parachute, that gift or that calling every one of you has in each and every one of you, inside of you, your parachute will never open if you don't jump. So you're safe, but you'll never soar. You've got to jump. You've got to jump. Take that leap, my friends, and I promise you that you too will never look back. So there it is, Hokies, opportunity, sacrifice, and regret. And last but not least, Oop Prosum, my fellow Hokies. Thank you for giving me this opportunity of a lifetime. Allow me to soar with you for just one final moment. Take a quick selfie with the class of 2022 before I bid you farewell. Thank you, Hokie Nation. Start jumping, baby.
Thank you so much, Mehul, for taking the time to share your perspective with us today. Next, I'd like to introduce Matthew Poling, who's from Fairfax Station, Virginia, and is a graduating senior with a degree in chemical engineering. He was selected by the Department of Chemical Engineering as their 2022 Outstanding Senior. During his time on campus, Matthew served in numerous leadership roles, including as team lead for the Chemi Car Team, Vice President for Virginia Tech Student Chapter of the American Institute of Chemical Engineers, co-founder of the Chemi Cube Team, and academic chair of the Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity. Matthew's undergraduate experience included an internship with Jacobs Mission Solutions and Technology, as well as multiple co-ops with ExxonMobil in process engineering and design. He also served as a volunteer tutor at Christiansburg High School to provide homework and studying assistance to students on STEM subjects. Matthew, we're so proud of all that you've accomplished during your time as an undergraduate student at Virginia Tech. I invite you to say a few words to your classmates.
First of all, thank you, Dr. Ross and the College of Engineering for inviting me to speak today. Class of 2022, my fellow Hokies, take a second to let this moment sink in. Everyone here should be incredibly proud of themselves. We forged a path through some of the most difficult majors offered at Virginia Tech in possibly the most difficult time to ever be a student due to COVID-19, and we not only got through it, but thrived. Outside the classroom, we served as student leaders. We performed groundbreaking research, and we worked on meaningful projects as interns and co-ops. And everything we did outside the classroom comes as a bonus to an already outstanding engineering education. When we think back on our time at Virginia Tech, we'll think of all the relationships we've built, both with lifelong friends and with the amazing faculty members of the College of Engineering. Personally, I'm grateful to have been a leader for the Chemi Car Team, the American Institute of Chemical Engineers, and even the Chemi volleyball team this last semester, despite our 1-5 record. However, I also enjoyed the experiences that had nothing to do with engineering, whether it was the sunset hikes of Bald Knob, hanging out at Mill Mountain, the Cellar, or Elrod's, or participating in Virginia Tech events from intramural sports to Relay for Life. In the same way, I know each of us can reflect on our own memories of everything that made our Virginia Tech experience special. And while I know we all had positive experiences, I'll be the first to say this class did not have it easy. As sophomores and juniors, we faced COVID lockdowns, virtual classes, social isolation, and more. Because of that, I know we are resilient, and I know that we can face what's next with confidence and all see the brightness in our futures. I hope everyone is as excited as I am to take the knowledge and skills that we've gained over the past 4 years and actually make money with it. Or explore cutting-edge research in our engineering disciplines. Whatever we do moving forward, as we spread out across the country and world, I know that we will keep the spirit of Oop Prosum with us. Whether it's through returning to campus for homecomings, class reunions, and football games, staying involved with the organizations and people who marked our time here, or even by giving back to our new communities, we will all stay connected. One thing I can say confidently is that despite the rain, the future is bright for everyone graduating here today. I'll end with a quote from Ralph Abernathy. I don't know what the future may hold, but I know who holds the future. My fellow graduates, we hold the future, and I know that we will build ourselves a great one. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. We now come to the part of the ceremony you've been patiently anticipating, the presentation of diplomas. Faculty, staff, parents, relatives, and friends, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates who have completed requirements for bachelor's degrees in engineering or computer science. I'm going to ask for your patience today. We're going to move things along as quickly as we can, so if we could start bringing the first students up. And we're going to try real hard to get everybody in before the weather gets any worse.
This is not on. It's not on. All right. Matthew Poling. Andrew Steele. Jackson Whalen. Robert Walters. Riza Dickerman. Drew Brewster. Gina Rienzo. Kendall Stanton. Gino Ciatti. Chloe Wins. Samuel Garbagekar. Jack Longo. Elisa Scott. Noah Williams. Jacob Bellinger. Rachel Lake. Diana Schmidt. Dearlyn Pearson. Gabby Dugan. Amara Shari. Sarah Loomis. Annie Kristovich. Margaret Avalar. Riley Hatfield. Louise Copel. Lydia Kidwell. Brian Wilson. Kai Lawson. Ryan Bogle-Coder. Myra Chin. Ella Moore. Sophie Bossi. Maddie Petrulia. Dylan Foster. Juliana Michiak. Matthew Duff. John Ginter. Nikki Borglin. Michael Sneed. Kelly Ruffner. Get the next person. Kaylee Heather. Devin Veal. Katie Carney. Yue Chin. Rachel Pulaski. Shuying Bai. Mitchell Kim. Eleanor Knack. Jada Palmer. Erica Lovett. Madison Coleman. Nicholas Lepre. Isam Arefe. Anusha Balani. Megan Espinoza. Sohail Nasiri. Swinda Osenkop. Nora Amari. Andrew Jones. John Wessel. Amelia Kidd. Liliana Byer. Trafton Addison. Jeffrey Hoyt. Cody Blankenship. Brandon Sample. Mackenzie Compton. Caitlin Nguyen. Anna Guestwick. Nicholas Lusardi. Lorenzo Flores. Paige Broderick. Lauren Hack. Jacob Pacey. Trent Wyhopen. Matthew Osman. Andrew Wilkeson. Julio Villarreal. Timothy Frank. Ryan Burke. Breton Casper. Hannah Strom. Brian Quast. Troy Gusky. Jacob Fitch. Oprah Manuja. Dana Aharon. Jeremiah Whitmer. Matthew Berg. Mattios Felicioni. Colin Weigert. Nadia Vogt. Mackenzie Roach. Abby Boyles. Jeremy Austin. Matthew Gentile. Allison Frank. Trent Neer. Scott Daly. Nathan Edwards. Andrew Colpitz. Aiden Parsley. Kevin Cover. Valerie Miller. Joshua Deans. Frank Riefenhaus. Jack Pendleberry. Jacob Bilius. Alexander Scalzo. Levi Banos. Quentin Ford, James Purcell, Matthew Kravinsky, Caesar Smokowski, Lalitha Kupa, Nathan Usher, Sean O'Connor, Brian Bell, Erwin Fuzu, Brian Wynn, Joseph Sale, Julia Van Dyke, Corey Koberline, Steve Cho, Caleb Barker, Samuel O, Catherine Lee, Andy Cho, Jason Davidoff, Jamin Sim, Justin Briley, Tyler Mills, Robert Monroe, Adula Rahman, Zachary Gager, Logan Satori, Ryan Bailey, Dominique Phillip, Junhee Kwan, Ethan Prebody, Eric Sy, Mason Clark, Nathan Craig, Matthew Woodring, Sir Schmitty, Samantha Fritz, Noam Bindelek, Evan McKnight, Kong, Young Jae Lim, Manas Mudham, Matt Ballantine, Nicholas Shing, Daniel Getu, Fawad Nashabi, Jack Layfield, Wyatt Fales, Camille Schmidt, Catherine Britt, Alan Chen, Justin Vita, Calvin Godfrey, Adil Sheikh, Abhishek Sathiabalan, Mahir Aaron, Derek Leifer, Mohammed Esabi Abati, Trey Orr, Tom Himmler, James Livingston, Adadi Yelnay, Sheha Kripanandan. Archita Kadam. Navga Balayan. Hansika Shah. Joel Anglister. Lucas Franke. Joshua Matthew. Houston Langford. Priyanshu Jha. Ajun Athian. Eric Wiley. Dan Barzik. Yash Corday. Justin Hughes. Chinyu Mao. Shah Gu. Thomas Vergaris. Han Ming Wu. Salem Malik. Juan Choi. Elliot Rowe. Joe Courtney. Jared Anderson. Javin Smith. Ethan Boswell. Omar Kalbuna. Rio Cross. Brendan Brownlow. Abrar Islam Ryan. Lucy Paul. Anchitha Hurray. Aparna Ganesh. Deepthi Suresh. Armithra Krishna. Okay. Kwavi Swastika Sidaram. Sanya Chardhay. Ashley Wynn. Brian Weeder. Campbell Dalen. Vasan Kumar. Shashank Nayani. Tirth Shroff. Ashuthosh Taraji. Raymar Rea. Fanil Patel. Chaitanya Gupta. Dakshayash Nimisha. Dikash Darla. Ajay Nichol. Nikolay Long. Gautam Nair. Krishna Dovala. Steve Jones. Kishan Raza. Aditya Podell. Luke Weiler. Lauren Osborne. Alexander Morin. Wyatt Mueller. Brandon Vanek. Matt Davison. Nikki Wynn. Keith Myberg. Michael Bach. Nicholas Frankenberg. Brennan Hurst. Ryan Maxey. Emily Newton. Samriti Roshan. Mushkan Narula. Saley Marakkar. Aman Kothari. Fariza Zamir. Melina Sankia Vrang. Tyler Esposo. Matthew Ho. Sydney H. Wynn. Joshua Protasio. Bryant Wynn. James Kim. Madison Marshburn. Sarah Modden. William Sedan. Jonah Bishop. Pierre Sarah Bamoun. Zaid Al-Newman. Dana Gerland. Sarah Jane Lynch. Sophia Pentakalis. Kylie Perpilia. Mitchell Hines. Joshua Thompson. Carla Estrada. Lucas Nunn. Gakurin Nibber. Michael Gannon. Jack Wyndham. Jake Seltzer. Thomas Fantel. Chase Conover. Nahom Asba. Curtis Solomon. Katie Quartang. Zubin Joseph. Chad Mosser. Lee Wong. Benny Gu. Emily Adams. Stephen Drake. Zach Amados. Youngbin Lee. Tingis Gentoga. William Maui. Adam Bennett. John Bender. Eric Hesse. Renzo Ramos. Alex Namkung. Nicholas Hudak. Matthew Gonley. Griffin Knock. Ryan Nicholas. Nicholas Halstead. Marcus Tron. Nicole Fitz. Derek Bruce. Evan Joaquim. Mortimer Smith. Corey Bishop. Marty Honopole. Cole Palak. Sayun Min. Justin Ching. Kevin Trong. Daniel Strickoff. Dominic Janello. Nevi Ramamalingam. Jonathan Nowaki. Ives Wood. Brian Tyler Stephen. Nathan Kellner. Josh Ho. Judd Stewart. Claire Taylor. Dana Alterace. Long Nguyen. Natalie Kakish. Sam Bethji. Helen Bonda. Shannon Kate Barrett Johnson. Ryan Buxton. Katrina Cosmades. Matthew Kasha. Matt Zimbetti. Andrew Weber. Trey Gubati. Pranav Patel.
Yeah! Let's go!
Siddharth Akalwadi.
Yes,
Akshay Ukula. Shreya Jain. Karithna Adupa. Shu Lin. Mushal Jalaya. Eric Burnett. Benjamin Bernstein. Rahul Valanki. Josh Yalal. Vikramaditya Pratha. Dylan Prasad. Tejas Parathikode Onivalan. Taysir Hanan. Mehak Kamal. Jack Lacey. Jonathan Hyun. Adi Shirkar. Matt Acey. Vincent Stevens. Arib Ali. Rahil Shah. Andrew Cisak. Cannon Palm. Jacob Shaming. Hannah Nazari. Wingsha Shi. Nikita Patel. Dawson Nakarato. Kyle Miller. Theron Kirby. Baltran Thai. Payu Liang. Elijah North. Ryan Furonis. Caleb Quick. Devin Mong. Elijah Sokash. Darsh Patel. Grant Badorf. Maxwell Stelmack. Zachary Rattel. Sean Quitario. Viraj Patel. Rajan Mann. Nicholas Bampton. Thomas Olivero. Logan Lynch. Aman Patel. Denison Livingston.
Let's go, Denny!
Rohan Desai.
Let's go!
Tanner Joyce. Jackson Underwood. Mohamed Alafai. Khalid Almoudi. Pablo Estrada. Nick Ritz. Nashi Rodriguez. Alex Serblon.
Yeah, Alex! Woo!
Stephen Mueller. Brett Bircher. Philip Works. Joseph Riley. Alec Yip. Olivia Moldovano. Olivia Foster. Megan Madunuri. Eric Obradoto. Jim Furches. Nathan Urich. Michael Furry. Sabrina Lesser. Mithil Adsel. Mariam Arit Malik. Taylor Anderson. Devea Matthews. David Anderson. Vincent Pagliaro. Colin Farrow. Matthew Salerno. Andrew Taylor. Colin Wargo. Farouz Ahmed. Mihir Savadia. Min Win. Deanna Kim. Michael Cook.
Let's go, Michael!
Daniel Minton. Andrew Heller-Jones. Aaron Sprung. Jason Kendrick. Jonathan Chesla. Cameron Dunning.
Yes, sir.
Kurabel Gimram Mudhin.
Let's go, Kirby.
John Ventura.
Yes, sir.
Karthik Kashyap.
Let's go, Karthik.
Noah Sanzoni. Robin Ehlers. Mia Fairweather. Claire War. Luke DeSalvo. Zachary Schutz. Joseph Deniso. Amanda Gift. Devansh Chawla. Tien Lam Vo. Takeng Trin. Scott Tillotson. Kathanya Aluri. Derwan Wanjara. Caleb Bittenbender. Ronaldo Marla. Trenton Whitfield. Joseph Eversole. Kyle Karaiburak. Patrick Grable. Hani Zavar. Fadi Farid. Sakshi Naveen. Nicholas King. Connor Merchert. Daniel Morrow. Edward Snyder. Garrett Witt. Sam Reed. Robert McHugh. Tyler Milo. Ian Wilderman. Matthew Gray. Jeremy Naka. Tim McDonald. Justin Green. Andrew Boshaman. Skylar Smith. Shalok Agarwal. Varun Maudak. Mayank Harani. Abel Thomas. Santosh Krishnan. Aman Mather. Garang Kwandecker. Eddie Roll. Christopher Keating. Craig Benson. Ward McCunry. Nicholas Tremolari. Jared Monsar. Cole Murphy. Eric Kuiva. Kevin Nolan. Victor Wynn. Boyan Pan. Quincy Brooks. Mason Kimbrough. Eric Carr. Shannon Wolfolk. Kristen Harrell. Sarah Goodellis. Tilden Fernandez. Varun Mahesh Wari. Paolo Furman. Nathan Molionon. Sam Shodol. Tom Coleman. Nathan Guy. Jared Mann. Enzo Saba III. Leonardo Apollo Gama. Antonio Ricaro Chilala. Michael Trail. Mohammed Humadi. Ryan Landry. Aaron Ofer. Catherine Robertson. Adam Kimbrough. Jordan Lloyd. Luke Myers. Darlene Burnett. Gavin Doring. Batuhan Ginch. Daniel Samtani. Joe Kenyon. Walter Newsom. Samuel Everett. Zebo Liu. Tyler Rainey. Evan Miller. Christopher Fritsch. Julie Ruger. Tyler Robbins. Gabriel Scott. Garrett Mass. Noel Gabino Perez. Jianzu Chen. Cheng Pei Wu. Justin Lin. Rudy Comer. Yichin Liu. Ruzi Li. Meijing Li. Zihing Shu. Alicia Harmon. Ellen Guo. Anya Achuya. Sarang Rajiv. Ravi Rag Raju Shaker. Kasim Wani. Joshua Lyons. David Smith Jr. Karen Perez Serpa. Yeben Choi. Jin Shin. Jian Kang Chin. Michelle Dirksey. Casey Crawford. Cameron Sitara. Evan Stahl. Nicholas Casal. Anirudh Nayak. Ibrahim Atilher. Stephen Dooley. Roshan George. Samuel Indest. Manav Shitith. Saranya Singh. Serena. Avitha Nachiyapan. Kaylee Kinslow. Gavin Harwell. Liam Welch. Michael DiGiacomo. Grayson Jolie. Nick Fumo. Nicholas McWee. Aldiyar Berterganov. Shayan Wakar. Madison Woby. Janie Rhodes. Emily Wobleski. Hamad Ahmed. Lena Tabalat. Intesher Hassan. Carlos Andrade. Andrew DeMarco. Hunter Blankenship. William Broniak. Amy Lynn Hahn. Havan Nguyen. Jessica Lee. Nathaniel Fan. Hugh Klein. Patrick Cole. Mason Hobbs. Aaron Plowman. Terrence Harrell. Lucas Miller. Jeremy Letterman. Devanshu Vajir. Sheila Patel. Navya Vemula Lapali. Irfath Zahan. Minchi Mather. Devnendra Rambrod. Clara Hellerson. Elizabeth Benos. Grace Catherine Keith. Patrick Sampson. Garrison Taylor. Vivian Grace Dees. Nicholas Stankovich. Junji Liu. Yuchin Su. Yunru Zhang. Shuhan Ma. Brandon Jacobs. Mark Seymour. Stephen Travers. Emily Schildmeyer. TJ Vaughn. Tyler Pugh. Megan Schimmel. Olivia Marie Karen. Jennifer Michelle Hauser. Christine Taylor Hilbert. William Brussel. Jack Harsh. Spencer Post. Mahir Vashist. Robert Cronin. Andrew Isfan. Tan Overbay. Jack Ross. Ann Nawin. Zahu Huang. Ziqiang Jin. Nicholas Chichank. Jason Yoon. Rachel Hoft. Kathleen Woodmansey. Catherine Wowen. Maxwell Gozal. Jet Pathamavong. Julian Stiles. Genevieve Montevin. Gideon Nelson. Sky Taylor. Blake Lester. Maya Baker. Stephen Cheng. An Deng. Kevin Sandler. Stephanie Fong. Rita Subswari. Emily Wong. Ashley Livingston. Shreya Kamraja. Jiyu Wan. Winglan Hua. Jijun Zhu. Matthew Selman. Daniel Rudin. Brian Zapata. Nathan Schlunt. Baker Gallagher. Amjad Alaholaji. Mohsin Arahib. Ahmed Aliadad. Khalid Alalabi. Jerkin Yaziki. Peter Bernone. Jacqueline French. Gabrielle Beach. Nicholas Eccles. Skylar Wilhoit. Jordan Morris. Phil Froman. Aiden Smith. Henry Jor. Kelly Lohman. Sophia Worthman. Mason Colby. David Marshall Van Pelt. Christina Pratt. Ashley Odolkowski. Zachary Sequel. Rodrigo Torreo Crespo. Ignacio Alban. Eduardo Salvador. Rodrigo Codra. Mauricio Catan. Matthias Nicastro. Joaquin Laazarcar. Pablo Diaz Ramas. Sami Aljarar. Jacob Cole Angelo. Gavin Colarco. Brian Johnson. Nicholas Michael Martinelli. Avita Carlo Johnson. Ava DeCarlo Johnson. Jill Mazel. Michelle Ivy Smith. Nathan Jones. Julia Weber. Isaiah Fowler. Daniel Dugan. Caitlin Godsey. Noah Bear. Joshua Gunther. Chris Trifoso. Ladson Walls. Joseph Wenger. Scott Socio. Kwani Wu. Garrison Richmond. Van Taylor. Nahili Hundi. Aziz Obossam. Jared Steele. Blake Wickham. Harrison Hunt. Adam Zielinski. Theodore Wilson. Christopher Deek. Stephen Benjamin. Nathan Taylor. Alex Pavasco. Kayla Castro. Jenna Kay. Sarah Spall. Brandon Periton. Nathan Marcina. Brandon Hoba Jacoby. Pete Berry. Joey Collier. Cameron Parrott. Rachel Reed. Pooja Oberoi. Ling Yu Lee. Lance Ogalar. Kelly Wheeler. Yuxing Zheng. Ping Chen. Ho Chin Chang. In-Pin Chow. Jack Hicks. Devin Dane. Brandon Malak. Christopher Griffin. Liam Huddy. Nicholas Clark. Tyler Spencer. TJ Hamilton. Zachariah Martin. Connor Goodwin. Isaac Kleitz. Nick Rencher. George Cray. Mohammed Mahmood. Josh Chadwick. Jack Spall II. Parker Stoltz. Baxter Jones. Ethan Swinford. Bryce McIntyre. Patrick Barkett. Jack Zilitsnik. Joshua Arnold. Riley Wilson. Haley Landmesser. Haley Landmesser. Ashley Woodward. Sydney Wilson. Mark Slawoski. Bryce Burmaster. Brennan George. Justin Spates. Seth Holzman. Singyao Viking Sao.
Is that a whole lot of new Hokie engineers or what? Congratulations again on a job well done, graduates. I'd like to say just one more thing about your future as Hokies. When you walked across the stage today, you joined an elite group of individuals who are members of the Virginia Tech Alumni Association. The association was founded in 1875 by the first graduating class of the Virginia Agricultural and Mechanical College. This university recognizes more than 250,000 alumni, over 70,000 of whom are engineering alumni. As one of its most valued resources, our alumni play a very important role in shaping Virginia Tech's future. You will find alumni chapters across the country and throughout the world where Hokies gather together and share their love for the Hokie Nation and Ut Prosim. I know for a fact that we have quite a few alumni with us today, so would all of you in Lane Stadium that are Virginia Tech graduates please stand to be recognized. Welcome home. That includes all of you, you new graduates. Remember that wherever you might find yourself in life's journey, there's likely a Hokie nearby, and you can always call Blacksburg home. Congratulations, class of 2022. This brings us to the close of our graduation ceremony. Just a couple of housekeeping things. If you all would really help us get ready for our 7 o'clock ceremony, where we're going to be celebrating with the other half of our engineering graduates, we're going to ask that you please carry your trash and all those ponchos and things out with you. And as you exit, if you could please leave through the southeast tunnel. That's that one in that corner. Thanks, everybody. Congratulations.
On behalf of the Hokie Nation, congratulations, graduates. In order to help prepare for the next ceremony, please dispose of any trash and make your way to the exit.